Hey, what's up YouTube? Markel here, back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about filming in public as well as some other questions that I got. So let's get this video started. All right guys, so I got some questions I'm going to answer, and just like before, I'm going to show you guys some random clips of me being with my friends going to the mall, El Tesoro Mall in El Tesoro. So let's get started with the question. So the first question I got is a question about filming in public or here in Medellin, Colombia. Is it an issue? Have you ever had someone walk up to you and ask you what you were filming? Okay, so I've only had one person come up to me the entire time I've been filming and asked me, was I filming them? It was a lady, and she had had an experience before, I guess where tourists or someone was filming her. She didn't like it, and she wanted them to delete whatever it was. So she came to me, she asked me what I was doing. I told her I was a YouTuber, and I'm filming the mall. She wanted to see the footage to see if I was filming her. I quickly opened up my app to show her. I film in wide angle. I don't shoot in narrow angle. When you're shooting in narrow angles, you're basically shooting at a point, a specific point, or at a specific person or thing or whatever it is you're filming. I like to do wide because I like to show the entire space, and that way if people are walking in the shot, I'm not focused on one specific person. So once she saw that and she really couldn't see herself in what I was filming because I was using this small camera, she quickly was like, you know what, I'm sorry, I thought you were trying to film me. I had this experience. She went on explaining. And I was like, no problem, no problem. And then just moved on to what I was doing. So to answer that question, man, for me, I've only had it once with that lady, and to avoid any other situations like that, I usually film wide as possible so there's no way people can think I'm just trying to focus on them, okay? All right, let's move to the next question, which was a question about going out with my cell phones or going out with my tablet or any other tech device I may have with me. Do I worry about it being stolen in the different areas that I go to? Okay, so here's my feeling on this, okay? Your opinion may differ. Other people may agree, disagree, whatever, but this is my honest opinion on this, okay? If I'm spending $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 for a cell phone, I'm gonna use it. I hear a lot of people say sometimes, man, leave your phone at home when you go out. You know, you don't wanna be out there walking around with that kind of stuff on. And I'm like, okay, I can understand that if you're in specific areas, right? But if you're not in those specific areas, and say like you're in an area here like Poblado or where I was yesterday in El Tesoro, all these people are walking around with either the latest watches, the latest cell phones, the latest shoes, whatever it is, because that's the type of areas that I frequent. Some of these other areas here where people have been known to be pickpocketed or robbed or drugged, I don't go in those areas, especially at night. You know, I don't do the nightclubs, I don't do bars, and I'm not in strip clubs. So those type of situations, I'm not worried about. Now, I have gone in the area at night, and I did a video about this on my other channel, and I did switch phones because where I was going was known to have robberies there very often. So I did switch out my devices and my watch because where I was going, there was a good chance I could be robbed. So knowing that, sure, but every day that I go out every day with the exact same thing. I wear the same necklace. I wear the same Apple Watch. I have the iPhone. I have whatever other Android phone I have with me at the time. The thing is, guys, I have insurance on my devices. I have insurance for two reasons. I have insurance for theft, and I have insurance in case I drop it and break it. It's much easier paying $100 to $150 deductible than it is paying $900 to $1,000 to replace the front screen or the back display. That's how I see it. So if you're gonna spend money, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 for a phone, then you should be able to afford the insurance, which is like $12 to $15 a month. So if you find that you can't afford that insurance, then you probably shouldn't get the phone, and that's in my opinion. But I'm never gonna tell somebody who spent that kind of money, you spent that money to get that device for a reason. You wanna use it. So why spend the money and then turn around and leave it at home just to spend $100 on another phone that you're gonna take out, then you should just buy the $100 phone and never touch the $2,000 phone. That's in my opinion, okay? Now the other part of that is, you shouldn't be out making a scene. You shouldn't. When I go out, I'm not out trying to flex or show off that I have these devices, or be in certain areas trying to show people I got this and you don't. I don't do stuff like that. When I'm in particular areas, I have the devices on me, or I may leave them in the car, and I'll just answer it from the watch. If I get a message, I respond to it on the watch. If I get a phone call, I'll answer it on the watch. I never pull the phones out of my pocket when I'm in specific areas, okay? Because as far as they know, I'm only using the watch. Now, if they steal the watch, fine. That has insurance too. I still got my phones either on my pocket, if they don't steal those, or they're in the car, whichever way, all right? But that's how I see it, man. Other people are gonna have different opinions about it, but if I bought it, I'm gonna use it. That's just how it is. I can't go through life worried about somebody stealing something. If that was the case, you would never go anywhere, right? And being here, and I keep telling people, being here really is not that much different than being in the States, okay? In the States, you're not gonna go in the worst areas with your best stuff. So why would you do it here? That's the one thing I don't get with people who come here. They have this thing in their head somehow that coming here is like this magical kingdom that nothing's supposed to happen to them because they're a foreigner. You couldn't be more wrong. This situation here is really no different than any other situation in the world. If you're going into areas where bad things could possibly happen to you, you should expect it. But if you don't frequent those areas, right, you stay in areas where people have similar things that you have, what reason would they have to steal it if they already got it? They don't. Not saying that I couldn't get robbed, not saying that it couldn't happen, but there's a least likely chance of that happening if you're around people who have similar things than you are being somewhere where people got nothing and you trying to show off, all right? So that's my response to that. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always, and until the next time, guys, I'm out. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.